Hey guys, welcome back. Mike here, another episode of Mike's RC Corner, and this is a follow-up video. As you can see here behind me, I'm at the track and I'm at one of the pit stands, pit tables, and I got the Hobby Porter radio. I've showed you guys the unboxing of this. Now this radio is on a very good budget. It's about $50. Yeah, can do 15 models in memory. It also has built-in steering assist, and I installed the receiver into my stadium truck here. That's an Associated T41, and I'm gonna play around with it and we'll test this radio out. I programmed a bit last night so we could do this today. Binding the receiver was super easy. You actually just install the receiver into the RC, plug in the steering channel, plug in the ESC into channel 2. There's a button in there you press down with like a pen or a pointed thing, and you press it after like 2 seconds. It goes into a blink mode, red pulsating blink on it. You turn the radio on, or you first set it on the model you want it to be. So I set it at channel 1 or model 1, and you turn the radio off, then you turn it on, or actually you would set the receiver into its binding mode, and then you would turn the radio on, and that's all you need to do. The radio will find it and bind it to that model. So model 1 will be my T41 here. Super easy. Don't have to do anything on the receiver end. You just hit the menu button here, which is the dial, press it down, and then dial to the SVC menu, and you can engage it from there. And it's got sensitivity from 0 to 15, and that's what we'll be testing, the steering assist on this, amongst just how this thing works. Alright guys, sit tight here. We'll get this show on the road, on the track, and see how it works. So here we go guys, this is the track. The layout's a little different than last year. Big long straightaway in the back, which is really cool. You wouldn't want a real big straightaway in front of the stand because people are there and people get hit because people don't pay attention. It rained last night, so we have a few spots, the low points in the area, kind of got little puddles. I've splashed them out as best I could with a piece of wood, but we'll see how this thing goes. Now if you never, whoop, you better go help it. If you've never owned a stadium truck before, I truly believe you're missing out, especially if you are into track driving, racing. It is super responsive. I had turned this thing down to 50% on the steering travel. And it still has full steering. Oop, that's a little hard thing to judge there. This is an off-camber corner here. I don't know if you can see that. Sounds like the ZD buggy's having some gear problems. We're gonna get dirty today. I can see the muck already. Careful. There you go. Thanks, bud. Yeah, so just getting a feel for the track again. It's got a layer of dust on it. This is hard clay packed. You can see probably dirt roosters coming up slightly from my rear tires. It's what you call a loamy surface. Pretty cool. It's fun to drive in, but it's nicer when they water it for a race. You have way more traction. I like that little buggy. So we're gonna bring it in here for a sec. We're gonna hit the dial here. Name, trim, dual rate, endpoint adjustment, exponential, reverse the servos, anti-brake system. I don't have that on. Now we're into SVC. I hope you guys can see this. I'm gonna hit it. It says off. We're gonna go on. And now we're going to try level, let's move it up to level 5. And we'll hit back and get out of that menu. And let's see if this thing already, if you watch, I shake the RC, you can see that it's turning. Turning the wheels to help you get straight. So we'll see how that works when driving, and let's see if I can feel the difference. And I definitely can feel the difference. Now I'm fighting it because it wants to compensate, and I want to slide through some of the corners. Right there you can see it kicking in. It wants to straighten the RC out. There, it's straightening it out too. It wants, my back end's fishtailing out and it wants to straighten me out instead of letting me override it a bit. See, it wants, right there again, it's fighting me. Now if you're bashing, that might work better. But here I like to compensate with the back end slide. See right there? I like to compensate with the back end sliding out to help me get around the corners sharper and get going. If you just do gentle steering, it works super well. But if you want to get a little bit aggressive in the corner, whoa! Yeah, so it fought me and I got too close to the edge, sucked into the weeds, and off the track I went. I'd like to say this about it, just my opinion on the steering assist. It's kind of cool. It's a cool concept. I think what it is a bashing mode type thing. For the racing, I really don't see it helping me. It's not helping me at all. I'm actually, it's trying to compensate and I'm trying to compensate it back. So I'm fighting against it at times. Over here it's kind of cool. Maybe I'd have to adjust my driving to get a better feel for it. But then I wouldn't be driving racing aggressive. I'd be rolling through all the corners instead of braking and pointing and then throttling. So if you're a person who likes to, see right there, it doesn't work. If you're a person who likes to roll into the corners, which I'm not one, because I don't think it's the fastest way. But if you're a guy who likes to take rolling corners and not get on the throttle until after you roll through the corner, this SVC might work for you. So I'm gonna just play around with it a bit more. Gotta get out of this, back to SVC. Let's have a little more fun. We'll turn it on and we're gonna bring it all the way up to 15 and see what happens. Alright, let's see. Whoa! It's making my vehicle drive. I don't know if that, it said something about left side, so let's see what it says. On. Rear, left. I don't know what that does. Rear, left, on, left 15. Let's kick it in. Let's do right on 15. So I'm not sure what it's doing, but 15 is definitely undrivable. I'll just bring it down to 2 and see how that helps me, if any. So level 5, I was fighting it already. Level 2. Yeah, it's still correcting a bit, mildly, and it's much more drivable for me. Whoa. So definitely not something for a racer. I guess I would have to put it into one of my fun RCs, like my CRT.5 or Stampede or something like that, and see how it helps with bashing, especially if you're giving her out in some terrain. Yeah, actually level 2 is actually working quite good for me. Sorry guys, sometimes I'm checking on little man, see what he's up to. Whoa! Actually level 2 is actually quite doable, and it is slightly helping me a bit. Yeah, there it goes. It totally turned the wheels on me. Oh, accident in the corner, Marshall. Where are you? Oh, we're all good. Oh, that ZD buggy looks like it's going to need some work with the center diff. Good thing we got lots of spare parts at home. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'd definitely give this radio a thumbs up. Not a big fan of this mirror type thing. I might just spray paint that black. The foam wheel's nice and comfortable. And as for a radio, it's plastic, but it feels comfortable. And with all those model memory and all those channels, I'm sure it will serve a crawler person happy and a basher with the steering assist. And you can use it for racing too on the track. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have a link in the notes for the Hobby Porter radio. Oh yeah, chew those gears. And we'll leave it at that. Another beautiful day. If you haven't, get outside and RC. If you've never been to a track before, I highly encourage it, especially on an off day, and just go out and bring a short course truck or something and just run some laps. It's a lot of fun. So for little man, say see you later. Alright, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Alright, peace out. Take care.